That's why I keep this screen so I can see what's. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Veterans Tribute Freshmen. Welcome to Veterans Tribute Career and Technical Academy. I'm Mr. Ginoza. I'm your principal. And again, welcome to the 2020-2021 school year. Welcome families. Welcome everyone who's watching this via our live stream, as we might also have some sophomores, some juniors, and some seniors who missed the previous presentation for their grade levels. At this time, I'd like to do some very brief introductions. Freshmen, I'd like to introduce you to your two assistant principals, Mrs. Nelson and Mr. Davis. And at this time, I'm going to give them the opportunity to introduce themselves, kind of do a welcome, and so you can learn a little bit about your two assistant principals. Mrs. Nelson?
Thank you. Hello, freshmen. I wish I could see your smiling faces right now. We miss all of our students, and I am really missing the opportunity to meet you and get to know you. Hopefully, we'll be able to do that in some kind of virtual setting, or maybe someday face-to-face, hopefully. Again, my name is Mrs. Nelson. I'm the assistant principal over curriculum and testing. I also work very closely with the counselors on scheduling. You may have noticed that in Infinite Campus, your schedules are showing. If you haven't checked Infinite Campus lately, I do recommend that you do that soon. As if you have any questions, you can reach out to Ms. Murdoch, your counselor, and she can answer your questions, or she can help solve any problems that you may have. Again, I really wish that we could meet face-to-face. I can't wait until we can actually do that. But at this time, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis?
Hey, good afternoon, freshmen. Thank you, Ms. Nelson. First off, just wanted to say congratulations on your acceptance to veterans, and welcome. Welcome to the Sentinel family. First off, what I would like to talk about is the areas that I'm over. I'm over discipline, I'm over attendance, and I'm also over student activities. So just like your previous years where you got doctor's notes and everything, when you were absent, we're going to continue with that same model. You're going to provide the school with those doctor's notes so we can excuse your absences. We're going to provide you with information on who to contact and how. So make sure to pay attention to that. And then any questions related to those absences, you can also deliver those questions to that same person. But again, I just wanted to say welcome. I saw many of you during our Chromebook distribution, and I saw those smiling faces. So it was nice to see. It's so refreshing to see students back on campus again. And I look forward to seeing you in your virtual classes this school year. Thanks again. And I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Ginoza.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Davis, Mrs. Nelson. It just dawned on me that students, we just completed these orientation sessions for our sophomores, juniors, and seniors. And we become so familiar with students as they stay with us for their 4-year journey through high school here at Veterans Tribute. And it just dawned on me, you don't know me, where we know all of our sophomores through seniors. So I'll give you a little bit of history about myself. This is my 22nd year in the Clark County School District, 22nd, 23rd, I'm losing track of years. Important for you to know is I have been at Veterans Tribute, a member of the Veterans Tribute staff since we opened our doors in 2009. I have been a part of building this school. I have been so blessed and so honored to have been afforded the opportunity to serve as principal here. And I only tell you that because all of the relationships that we have with all of our outside community, all of our people who support the school are solid. They are continuing even in a global pandemic, and everyone is here to support you. So please know that the support for you coming in as new Sentinels, as Mr. Davis, as a part of the Sentinel family, extends well beyond the walls of this school. And there's so many people that support Veterans Tribute that you're going to get to know over the course of your freshman year who these people are and who these organizations are The amount of support is unprecedented, in my opinion, and they have never wavered in their support of our students and staff who are a part of our Veterans Tribute family. So please know that we are solid in our foundation, that we are committed to your success, and we have I think we've proven ourselves that the school that you've chosen to apply for and join is a school that is committed to you. It's committed to our community and our families. So I say that as an overarching welcome, because we are excited to have you part of now our family for the next 4 years. And I guess this is our freshman class of 2020-21, which makes you the graduating class of 24. Wow. So we look forward 4 years for you. So just know that. We always have graduation on our minds and how we're going to get you there in the most successful fashion possible. That's our goal. Okay. At this time, I am going to share my screen so you can all see the presentation that we have prepared for you today, so we can explain to you what the 2020-2021 school year will look like. So if you'll give me a second, I will share my screen and you'll be able to see what we have prepared for you. Okay, so again, welcome to the 2020-2021 school year. And yes, we kind of function at this level of energy. That's how the three of us are. So it's when and if we come back, just know this is how we function. Today, we will be covering student schedules. We will be talking about distance education terminology and some new words you're going to see us use over the course of this school year that haven't been used before because we haven't been in a distance education platform. We'll be covering the new Clark County School District attendance procedures. We'll be talking about Canvas. What is Canvas? We'll be talking about program uniforms and standard student attire. We'll be talking about program fees, the importance of consistent communication with your teachers, counselors, assistant principals, and staff. We'll be talking about wellness checks, which is new to the Clark County School District for 2020-2021. We'll be talking about who to reach out in case you need assistance, and clubs and activities. And what's left off of this slide is available resources that we are making available to you as we have received it from the Clark County School District. So let's get started. Okay, being new to Veterans Tribute, I wanted to share this with you as this has become, over the last 12 years, a very important aspect of our student development. And so you understand what characteristics we are working to develop in you as young adults, as we understand that these are characteristics that transfer into the workplace when you graduate at age 18, move on to the military, move on to the workforce, or move on to college. Our student honor code is the word pride, and it consists of professionalism, responsibility, integrity, determination, and excellence. And I will tell you what I shared with our sophomores to our seniors, that we are so thankful for our families, the manner in which you're raising your children, because the biggest compliment that I can give to any family is that your child has been raised properly and is already demonstrating these characteristics before they even step on campus. Because these characteristics are what will allow you to be successful in any arena. Professionalism, how you conduct yourself, how you interact with other people, how you participate positively without ever putting anyone down, and showing respect for others. Responsibility, ensuring that you're taking care of your tasks in a timely fashion. Integrity, as you know, you've applied to our school to explore public service careers and how to help people. and integrity and being honest and trustworthy is such an important aspect of not only those jobs, but as a good human being. And so obviously all of these characteristics will take on a different look for the 2020-2021 school year, but these will always be important characteristics. Determination is going to become more important than ever as you try to navigate and work with your teachers. Sometimes it'll be live in a live session. Sometimes there's going to be independent work. Your determination to ensure that you're communicating with your teachers, that you're asking the questions so that you're not confused on instructional topics, and that you're putting forth your maximum effort. All we can ask of you, students, is that you do the best that you can. That when you look at yourself in the mirror, you know that you've put forth every ounce of effort to ensure your own personal success. And the outcome of all of this is excellence. This is where when you demonstrate and live professionalism, responsibility, integrity, determination, excellence will occur. You will succeed, and we will always conduct ourselves with high moral character. This is what we stand for. This is what we've always stood for. And this is why our outside agencies who support us to levels that I wish I could explain to you or show you at this point, that they are always so impressed by the character of our students, which is why they open up their doors for our students to work in their offices as interns. So just know this is an important aspect to us that we take very seriously, and we hope to work with you to develop these characteristics over the course of your freshman year all the way through your senior year. Okay? For the 2020-2021 school year, you may have already received this, but this will be our bell schedule. So here at Veterans Tribute, we function on what will become what is a modified block schedule. And so I'm not sure, a lot of our freshman class are coming basically from almost every middle school here in the Clark County School District. So some of you have been on block schedules before. Some of you don't know what a block schedule means. What a block schedule means is that while you've been assigned 8 classes on your course schedule, on an A day and a B day, which is what we refer to as block days, you will only be attending 4 classes per day. Those classes are 80 minutes in length, which allow you to dive deeper into topics. If we were live, it allows more time for things like science labs, law enforcement demonstrations, medical demonstrations. It allows for that. So, which is why we are keeping to this schedule. So what it will look like when you see an A day or a B day, the first period of the day will start at 7:40 and it will go for 80 minutes. The second period of the day will start at 9:05. We've still built in a 5-minute break in between classes, kind of typical to what you know as passing period. Announcements will still be conducted. We will still be doing the Pledge of Allegiance daily. And during that 5-minute time period is when we can do our fun announcements, so you understand maybe some possible virtual opportunities or other things, so you know what's going on here at school. Lunch will be conducted at the same time every day for everyone. Your lunch break will be at 10:30 to 11 o'clock. We do not yet have concrete lunch distribution information from the Clark County School District yet. That is to come. We hope for it to come across the wire any moment soon. And as soon as we get that, we'll get that out to you all. But just know that we have built in a lunch break for you to get your nutrition between 10:30 and 11 o'clock. You'll notice at 11 o'clock on the block days, on A and B days, are wellness checks. And wellness checks are something new to the Clark County School District for the 2020-21 school year. And I will be explaining what a wellness check is later on in this presentation, but that's what that block of time is set aside for. And then periods, your last 2 periods of the day begin at 11:30 and 12:55, and the day ends officially at 2:15. The C day is typically in a 5-day week. We will go A, B, C, A, B. And that's a typical week. The first day of the week is a little different. And so I will share with you on the next slide what the schedule will be. But when you see an identified C day, what you need to know is your first period of the day starts at 9 a.m. There's a 2-hour block at the beginning of the day for teachers to conduct some extra tasks. Some of them may be some office hours. Sometimes we may need a staff meeting. But just know this, that your first period of the day starts at 9, and on your C days, the class periods are only 30 minutes long. They're very short, so still built in with 5-minute breaks in between. There's still a break at 11:15 from 11 to 11:20 for announcements, and a lunch break from 11:25 to 11:55. So please, I would encourage you, and I should have reminded you at the beginning of this presentation, but this presentation is being recorded, and this entire slideshow is being extracted in a document format. So at the end of the day today, your presentation will be uploaded to our website for you to view again, should you wish to go back. And this presentation will be in document format so that you can print off. And I would encourage you to print off the bell schedule, put it in that area of your home that you've identified that this will be your classroom location. Hopefully it's quiet. Hopefully it's away from distractions so you can concentrate. But again, I would encourage you to print it off and have it available for you to refer to, so you're not searching as to what time is this class start, so on and so forth. Okay? The first week of school will look like this. Obviously, we begin on Monday, this coming Monday, August 24th. We will begin with a C day. So that is a day in which, again, it will start at 9 o'clock. All 8 of your classes will meet. That allows you to check in with all of your teachers on the first day of school. For the remainder of that week, Tuesday will be an A day, Wednesday will be a B day, Thursday will be an A day, and Friday will be a B day. We will be sending out weekly communication from our administrative staff to all students and families, so reminding you of what the next week's block schedules look like. And you will also be receiving weekly communication from your teachers as to what the instruction will look like for the following week. And I'll be covering that here in a minute in what we're calling weekly instructional guides. Excuse me. Okay. Students, your class schedules are available in Infinite Campus. So we would encourage you to log into your Infinite Campus to take a look at your schedule. Please begin reviewing this information, as if you have questions or concerns about your course schedules, we would ask that you contact your counselor this week, as we are not making changes after the school year begins. So it's important for you to take a look at your schedule as soon as possible. If you have questions, your freshman counselor, Mrs. Murdoch, is prepared and ready to answer your questions or to work with you should you have any concerns. Okay? So at this time, I'd like to discuss and review with you what these new distance education terms, what they are and what they mean. So I'm going to start with the very last term here, where it says weekly instructional guide. The weekly students and families, you will be receiving a weekly instructional guide from each of your teachers. On this guide, it will identify the times of your courses that align with our bell schedule, but more importantly, it's going to identify when they're going to be live for instruction and when they will not be live, and provide you the opportunity to work independently. So it's going to be important. What we're working to do right now is to what word am I looking for? Ensure that the weekly instructional guides are consistent so that you're not receiving 8 different formats. So we are working to solidify one consistent format so it's consistent across the board. And what you'll need to pay attention to, students and families, is the times in which we're expecting you to be live and the times in which your teachers will provide you the opportunity to work independently on your own. So on that note, these are the terms that you're going to see in your weekly instructional guide. The first term is asynchronous instruction. What asynchronous instruction means is that this is not necessarily live instruction from your teacher. This is the time in which teachers are providing you the opportunity to work independently, where you may not be online with your teacher. Your teacher may be asking you to view recorded video content or other sources. So again, asynchronous instruction is not live, where synchronous instruction, item number 2, is live, real-time instruction by your teacher. So when on the weekly instructional guide, you will see when your teachers are expecting you to be live in a Google Meet format for that live instruction. And I cannot stress enough the importance of logging in when you have live synchronous instruction. As we all know, you won't be sitting face to face with teachers until further notice. And we don't know how long that is going to go. But what we recognize is the importance of the ability to interact in a live real-time format. So when it identifies on your weekly instructional guide that your math teacher has live synchronous instruction, it's the expectation and the hope that you're going to take advantage of those opportunities. Because as your teachers are delivering instruction, when they're providing opportunities for group discussion, for breakout discussion, for you to raise your hand and ask a real-time live clarification question, all of those things, all of those opportunities are not available when you're watching a recorded video session of the live instruction. So again, in this digital format, we are encouraging everybody to log into the synchronous live sessions where you can interact with your teacher in real time, okay? Video conferencing. What you're gonna see in video conferencing is you might have your teacher, I'm just gonna give you some examples, where your teacher says, okay, I want you to break out into video conferencing in your identified groups so you can have small group discussions. Sometimes your teacher may request a video conference with individual students so they can provide some additional supports. And that's the intent of video conferencing. It is live. It allows for real-time discussion, real-time questions, and a lot of it will be used in small group format. So when you see that coming from your teachers, that's the opportunity to participate in video conferencing. Virtual office hours are blocks of time that we have set aside for our teachers to provide additional supports for you. So when you see in the daily schedule where it says virtual office hours, just know that your teachers are available to respond to emails. Your teachers will be responding to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of emails throughout the year. However, just know during that time, that's when they're cleaning up some attendance, but they are available to you to respond to an urgent email that you're concerned about this question before you go into your live synchronous sessions. So just know when you see virtual office hours, that's the intent of that. And all of our teachers and assistants, principals and counselors, we're all available. So just know that that's the intent. And again, I'm going to reinforce this time and time again. We're all here to support you to ensure your success. Okay? Again, I know we're giving you a lot of information at this time, and hopefully I'm not speaking too quickly. But again, it will be recorded for you to review. Okay? This is a sample of what your weekly instructional guide will look like. And I say sample because this is not the actual one, as we are solidifying the consistent format. But what you'll see here, you'll see on your on what the actual one will look like to some degree. You'll see an identified time frame. You'll see the identified block day. You'll see when it's a assistance or virtual office hours. What will be different in what you see here versus the actual for students and parents, where you see here first period from 7:40 to 9 a.m. Within that block, your teachers will identify what time synchronous instruction will be and what time asynchronous instruction will be. So it will be much clearer, much more detailed for all of you. And we hope that it's as clear as possible. So that's why we have not put it out yet. We are just working to ensure that every piece of communication that we put out to you is as clear as possible. Okay, students, again, we're encouraging all of you to access your class schedules on your Infinite Campus so you can take a look and ask your counselors questions should you have any. Okay, attendance. Attendance is a little bit different for the 2020-2021 school year. Attendance for this school year is being based on participation. So I'm going to refer back to the fourth quarter of last year when we went into quarantine on March 13th. At that time, during the fourth quarter, attendance was based on two-way communication, so that we ensured that there was two-way communication between you and your 8th grade teachers, and your teachers could confirm that you were working, that things were going okay, and that's what allowed us to confirm attendance. That is no longer necessarily the case. So I'm going to slow down a little bit so you understand what will qualify you as being determined participating in class. Attendance is still daily. Okay, so one of the three items in items A, B, and C will need to be completed in order for your teacher to mark you as positive attendance as having participated in class that day. So the first one, which again is our expectation, and we encourage everybody, please participate in synchronous instruction. What this will look like is when your teacher identifies, I'm using an example, first period, 7:40, from 7:40 to 8:15 will be live synchronous instruction. You will log on, your teacher will see that you've logged on. At that point, your teacher will be able to mark you as being present in class or participated in class because you are participating in the live synchronous session. That's option number one. Option number two, if you do not participate in the live synchronous instruction, your teachers will be assigning tasks associated with that day's instructional content. That task will need to be completed by 11:59 p.m. that night on the same assigned day in order for us to document that you participated in class that day. Okay? Option C will be similar to what you experienced during the fourth quarter, in which you would be emailing your teacher. However, the email or other communication, because it might be a phone call, the email that you the manner in which you format your email or what you put in the content of that email will allow us the ability to determine whether or not you're participating. And here's an example. If, let's say, you viewed the online recorded content and you email your teacher a clarifying question about that day's lesson. So for instance, your Foundations of Public Safety teacher, Mr. Strachan or Mr. Chiodini. Dear Mr. Strachan or Mr. Chiodini, I have a question about the presentation. Can you please clarify slide number 2 for me? I don't understand what this means. Those are the kinds of content in email that your teacher will need to see in order to qualify you as participating in class that day. So again, I'm going to repeat your options in order to qualify as participating for attendance purposes: participating and logging in live, or you're completing your instructor assigned task that demonstrates progress by 11:59 p.m., or you have communicated via email or possibly telephone call, it could happen, or a virtual conference by 11:59 of that day. It is still daily attendance, okay? Letter D here, student truancy letters will still be mailed out. So families, parents, if you receive a truancy notification, that means on those days your student has not completed A, B, or C that allows us to qualify them as participating in class. That will still occur. Students, we understand that you're still possibly going to get sick. You still may need a prearranged absence. In this virtual format, the hope is that you can still participate virtually. However, we understand that extenuating circumstances still will occur. So please, if you are absent, please send your absence notes to Mrs. Ross, who is our attendance clerk, and works with Mr. Davis, who supervises attendance. Okay? All right. Canvas. What is Canvas? Parents, you may be familiar with Canvas. You may have older age students that are participating in college. That a lot of colleges use Canvas as an online learning platform. Canvas is a learning management system. Canvas is something that allows me to enroll at the University of Florida and take their class online while still here living here in Las Vegas. What it is it is a management system that will house assignments, that will house testing, that will house communication. Your teachers will be able to send you notifications. It is a one-stop shop for where our instruction will be housed out of. So students, it's going to be important for you at this time to attempt to access this portal to ensure that you have access prior to the first day of school. Your Canvas accounts, all of your Canvas classes will be housed in clever.ccsd.net. So what you'll see here in the third line down, students, we're going to ask you to log into clever.ccsd.net. Clever is a housing mechanism that will allow you to see Canvas, allow you to see Infinite Campus, allow you to see other resources that will be used here at school, and it will be all in a one-stop shop. So it's kind of nice when you log into Clever, you'll see all of these resources, and then you will see a Canvas icon, and when you click on that, it will take you to all of your Canvas classrooms. What I will encourage you to do is prior to the first day of school, please try to log into clever.ccsd.net to ensure you have the appropriate access and can see the right stuff. Now, I will ask for your patience because when you should you choose to log in today and you log into Clever and you click on Canvas, you probably won't see all of your Canvas classes there yet. Those are the communication that we've received is those will be populated and ready to go on day one. So don't panic if you don't see all of your Canvas classes. What will happen is teachers will also be utilizing Google Classroom. So students, you may be familiar with Google Classroom. I'm anticipating that you are, but I'm also recognizing the possibility that your middle school may not have been using Google Classroom. So please know this, our teachers will be using Canvas and Google Classroom simultaneously. So when you see an invitation that will be sent out by your teachers this week, you will be receiving an email that will provide you a Google Meet link for our first day of school live synchronous sessions. So just understand this, that your teachers will be using Google Classroom and Canvas simultaneously. A lot of your meetings, your live synchronous sessions will be in Google Classroom using Google Meet in the Google Suite. So just don't be deterred or surprised if you see both of those going on at the same time. And parents, that's for you to be aware of at the same time, okay? At the bottom here, you'll see Canvas resources highlighted in green. That will be a hyperlink that will be available for you later on today as we post it to our website that will give additional resources for students and families in relationship to Canvas resources, some further clarification, some training if you choose to participate in that. And again, that will be available for you later on today. It is also important for you to know that your teachers during the first week of school will be taking you through an orientation of their Canvas classes and kind of showing you what their expectations are individually of how to maneuver Canvas, what the expectations are of how they will be using Canvas and how they will be using Google Classroom. Okay? All right. New students to CCSD. First of all, welcome to the Clark County School District. There are a number of students who are coming to us from either charter schools, private schools, or some of you are even coming from out of state. So first of all, welcome. But please know this, you're probably wondering, how am I going to get my account? So I don't know my email addresses. We will be sending a personal email to you this week that will provide you guidance on your student accounts, what your new school email addresses, your username, and instructions on how to set your password. So please know that that's coming. We are working to gather all of that information so we can send it out to you all at the same time in one email. Okay, that is coming. But welcome. Okay, program uniforms. Typically in a regular school year, all of our students will wear program uniforms when they're attending their program classes, whether or not they're law enforcement, emergency medical students, our 911 dispatch students, our forensic science students, our criminal justice students, and our cyber forensic students. So this year, what we do understand is the economic impact that this global pandemic has placed upon our communities. And so what we've decided to do is your program uniforms will be optional for the 2020-2021 school year. If you've already purchased a uniform, you will be able to use it next year. But I would also ask this: if you feel so inclined, as a measure of pride, because we take a lot of pride in these uniforms and what they stand for, if you choose to wear it for this year, I would encourage you and support you wholeheartedly to do so. These uniforms embody a different level of professionalism. And what we've experienced over the last 12 years is the manner in which students present themselves, in the manner in which students behave themselves when they're in uniform. And I'm encouraging all of us, if you've purchased it, I would encourage you to take advantage of that opportunity as a means of getting ready for school and attending school. And just please know this, that we place a lot of pride in what those uniforms stand for. Okay? Standard student attire. We are a standard student attire school. And so what that means is, should we return to a face-to-face instruction at some point this year? Again, I don't know. I'm not the one to make that decision. However, should we be provided that opportunity to return to face-to-face instruction, we will resume the requirement of being a standard student attire school. Okay? More information will be sent out as we receive updates from the Clark County School District and the School Board of Trustees, as that determination is made by them in alignment with medical professionals. Okay? Students and families, as we all know, you will be attending class live in a virtual format. What I would like to reinforce is this: you are expected to be dressed appropriately for all of these live class sessions, abiding by the Clark County School District dress code regulations. With that being said, I would also like to caution you on a couple of things. First of all, please be aware of your appearance when you're online and you've activated your camera. Please be aware of what's in the background that other people will be able to view, because they will be looking in as to what they can see on the walls, things that you may not have taken into account that may be viewable. I don't want anyone to ever experience embarrassment or anything related to that because you were unaware of what's going on in the background of what people can see when you activate your cameras. So I would encourage you at this time, over the course of this week, identify an area in your home that you will be using for your school area that is a safe background. We understand that things are going to occur because we're not in our homes alone. For instance, in my home this year, as we were conducting staff meetings, my dog is barking. All kinds of things are going on that can be kind of distracting. So just please be aware of your surroundings as you participate in live synchronous instruction. Present yourself in a professional, appropriate manner, and that will only provide another means, an avenue for us to provide for you to succeed. Okay. Additionally, here for all of our students and family, we've provided a link for our behavior guidelines for secondary students. These behavior guidelines will be reviewed with Mr. Davis, who's over student discipline. That will occur within the first couple weeks of school as a discipline orientation to come. Okay. Typically, we have program fees that are charged for the school year that allows us to provide special opportunities that allows us to do things that within your programs within career technical education. For the 2020-2021 school year, we will not be charging these program fees. Again, we are all aware of the economic impact of what this global pandemic has placed upon us. And while we are all trying to navigate this storm together, everyone's in an individual boat trying to navigate this storm. And what I mean by that is every family and every student is in a different situation. So in recognition of that, we will not be charging these program fees. I would like to acknowledge this though. Some fees may be necessary. AP testing, dual credit tuition, and while students as freshmen, you're not participating in dual credit courses, just for you all to know, dual credit courses are courses that allow us to administer or reward college credit for. So as you move from freshman to senior year, just know that those opportunities will be available for you to earn college credit. There may be, if you choose to participate in student clubs and activities, there may be some membership fees that apply to some of those opportunities, and those would be charged on an individual basis. Okay? Communication. I can't stress enough how important this is going to be and how vital this will be to your success this year as we navigate distance education. The frequency that you communicate with your teachers, students, when you're emailing clarification questions, how often you are attending live synchronous instruction, the consistency in which you respond to your teachers in email will only ensure your success. So what this global pandemic has placed upon us is the need to improve our effectiveness in communication, whether it be in a virtual format that we're using now, or how we communicate in email. So again, the method in which we communicate will be email, will be live synchronous instruction, will be virtual office hours. What you're going to experience is what will feel like a ton of communication. You're going to get a lot of emails. You're going to get a minimum of 9 emails a week, families, from teachers and from myself, from my administration, my administrative team, to ensure that you are aware of what's going on, opportunities that we have provided for people. And so just know that what might seem like an abundance of communication is really meant to ensure that you understand everything that's going on and that you're aware of all of the things that are going on here at Veterans Tribute. Okay? Weekly students wellness checks. New for the Clark County School District for 2020-2021. Students will be required here at Veterans Tribute to complete these weekly wellness checks that will be administered by their 7th period teachers. This is a requirement. The intent of the wellness check is to gauge and monitor student well-being related to social emotional concerns and what might occur as technological concerns. So I'll give you some examples. This is not meant to be content related to that course. So while you might be sitting in a 7th period English class, the wellness check is not tied to the English content. It's really meant for us to be able to ask the questions and communicate with students about how you're doing socially. How are you experiencing higher levels of anxiety? How can we step in and work with our counselors and our outside supports to ensure that you're okay, that you're doing well? And so again, that's the intent of the wellness check. What we also know is that we need to monitor and check in about how technology is working. What we're going to experience on Monday, August 24th, is over 320,000 Clark County School District students logging in at the same time, and it may overwhelm systems. We may experience Canvas breakdowns. We may experience Google breakdowns. Things are going to occur. So I'm going to ask for your patience and flexibility, as while we expect them, we don't know when it could occur, and we don't know what that could look like. So just know we're prepared to address the bumps in the road. Excuse me. However, the purpose of the weekly wellness check will be your ability to, on a weekly basis, at minimum, express the types of concerns you have or what you're experiencing. So when something social-emotional is expressed, our counseling department and our wellness team is prepared to help you. And if there's technological concerns, our site-based technician, who's phenomenal, and also is a IT professional for the United States Army, is prepared and ready to assist all and address all of these concerns. So please know that this is a requirement that we check in, that students participate, so we can ensure everyone is safe and doing well. Okay? Who to contact for help. Students, obviously, if you have a question or about a particular class, you'll be reaching out to your teachers, and your teachers can be reached via their email. But if you have other concerns like time management, stress, anxiety, you're dealing with some mental health issues, who knows what's going on? You could be experiencing things that you've never experienced before. And our freshman counselor, Miss Murdoch, is ready, available, willing. She's phenomenal. You've already experienced some of that with her as she went out to recruit and encourage you to attend and apply for Veterans Tribute. So you've already experienced some personal interaction with her. She's amazing, and she's going to be there to support you every step of the way. Okay, so please reach out to her again should you need any assistance. And I'm gonna say this again: reach out to her at any time, because while wellness checks may be done during 7th period, you may on a different day just need to reach out for assistance. So just know that the wellness check is not the only time you can reach out for assistance. Okay, we're all here to support you. Student activities and clubs. Well, obviously it's going to look a little bit different. It'll be conducted in a virtual format. We have a number of clubs and activity opportunities available for you. All of that information will be coming soon as we work out the details about what club membership will look like and what club meetings will look like. Just know this: we encourage all of you to participate in these clubs and activities. As soon as you step on a high school campus, the number of clubs and activities just absolutely open up. As a career technical education school, we provide and membership into what we call CTSOs. That is Career Technical Student Organizations. Things like HOSA, which is Health Occupation Students of America. They go in state and national competitions. We have national medical champions here on our campus. We have other opportunities like our e-gaming, esports gaming. We have what is our other CTSO? It would be our Skills USA, and they compete in state, local, and national competitions. So there's so much that becomes available to you once you step onto our high school campus, which you're doing at this time in a virtual format. So I encourage all of you to participate, because not only are these new experiences for you, this is also the avenue for you to interact with students who may not be sitting in your classes. Opportunities to interact with our sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and to interact with teachers who may be club advisors that aren't your current teachers. So you might participate in a club or an activity that is led by a senior class teacher. So it's a nice opportunity for you to meet other members of the VTCTA staff and community. So please, we encourage you all to participate. The unfortunate part of clubs and activities, at this time, there will be no student-sponsored gatherings on or off campus. The wonderful part about student activities after school, if we were in a regular situation, is that they would meet in classes and do all of these fun things. Sometimes there's evenings events. Sometimes they're working on community service projects outside of school. But unfortunately, during this time, we cannot allow that. So just please know everything will be in a virtual format. Okay. Open house, virtual open house. This will be different. On August 21st, Friday at 2 p.m., we will be releasing pre-recorded videos for you to see, to be introduced to your teachers. So freshmen, obviously, you will have 8 courses this year, and you will be able to meet your new teachers. So that will be available on our website on Friday, August 21st at 2 p.m. And you'll be able to click on the link to see the recording that your teachers have prepared for you that will introduce you to them and welcome you to their classes and give a little bit of insight as to what's going to go on in that class for the 2020-2021 school year. On that note, I would like to introduce you to new members of our staff. I understand that everyone at Veterans Tribute is new to you. However, we do have 2 new math teachers, Mrs. Lockett and Ms. Troth. We have a new PE and health teacher, Mr. Lang, whom you will meet. We have a new special education teacher and a new instructional aide who will be supporting our special education department. And that is Dr. Cifuentes and Mrs. Floss. And they are here to help meet the needs of all of our special education students. And brand new to Veterans Tribute, which we are so excited about, and I know many of you are already enrolled in this class, is our JROTC program. We are so excited. It has taken 12 years to get approval for this program. So our JROTC program will be led by Sergeant Major Schoolfield and First Sergeant Horton. They come to us with a wealth of experience, having already completed a full military career, having already 11 years of leading a JROTC program. And so we are so excited about their experience, the level of mentorship, and what they're going to provide for our students in the military science classes. So please, virtually, please welcome all of these new people to the Veterans Tribute family, along with you. Okay, last couple slides and we'll be done. So I thank you for your patience. These last 2 slides are providing additional resources that have been provided to us by the Clark County School District. Online tutorials for parents, students information on how to log in at clever.ccsd.net, a digital family guide at reconnect.ccsd.net. And the last statement there is that as more resources become available, we will be communicating that out to our entire school community and all of our families. So as you begin to receive all of this information, please take a moment to review it, because embedded in there could be some very important information that could clarify a lot of questions for our entire school community. Students, again, some information for you on how to find your login information if you are a Clark County School District student. Again, if you're new to Clark County School District, we will be sending that to you in a personal format. And parents, you can create an observer account, which will allow you to monitor student grades and course content in Canvas. I would also encourage you to sign up and utilize the parent view of Infinite Campus, which allows you to see real time, again, what progress your student is making in all 8 of their classes. Again, we're all here to work together to ensure every student is successful to the best of their abilities, okay? Lastly, again, just as a reminder, today's presentation is being recorded and will be available later on this afternoon at VTCTA.org. It is approaching 3 o'clock, so just know that that will be uploaded probably by 5 o'clock. And again, the PDF of this presentation will be available for you to access the appropriate links. At this time, I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that I can come back on and give you one last bit of information. Over the course of the last 12 years, we have worked, everyone here has worked diligently to create an opportunity here at Veterans Tribute, which is unlike a lot of opportunities in the Clark County School District. We are very proud of all the hard work that has gone in to creating this opportunity, and we are so thankful that each and every one of you has taken up the opportunity to apply and be welcomed into our family. Please know that you are our priority. All 850 of our students are a priority, and we will do everything we can to ensure your success. So we're going to work together because the 2020-2021 school year will be a success. Okay? Welcome, and we'll see you all virtually on Monday, August 24th at 9 a.m. as you enter your first period classes. Welcome. Have a great week, and we'll see you on Monday. Take care, everyone.